Oh, oh, shh. Beep, 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 beep.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's excited about Christmas. Hope nobody was offended by that. And I hope you guys can hear me. Where is hello, hello, hello? Yo, tell me if you guys can hear me because all my levels have dumped on the mics. Can you guys hear this? There's no sound. No sound. No sound? Okay. Hang on. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Check 1, 2. Okay, 1 sec. I'll give you some music. Hang on 1 sec. Okay, but what about me? Can you hear me? Or no, no me. Huh. Okay, hang on 1 sec. Hello, hello, hello. Check 1 2. I'm gonna look for check 1 2. I think I found it. Yo, what's up? How's it going, everybody? All right, I found it. Hello, hello, hello. All right, I think that's right. All right. Check, check, check. Good stuff. We're back. Hope everyone's having an awesome Christmas week. Hope no one was offended by Mr. Bean. Yeah, what's up, Henny? What's going on? What's up, Deerslayer? What's up, Kesh, Adrian Wolf? What's up, Luna C. Point? What's up, Claudia? Cookie to Chocolate. There's some weird stuff going on right now. Like, all right. But it's working, so that's good. All right. Yeah, what's up, Cotton Trust? Luna C. Point. Marco Marcello. Put this on here. What's this? All right. Rumor has it Tom Lee's insider group is actually selling off ETH. Yeah, maybe. Wharf Daddy, what's going on? Super Hex Win. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Happy holidays, everybody. Paul Shane Military Police. What's going on? Yeah, man. Happy holidays. Kesh, Josh, Perma Shrimp, X Henny. What's up, Acid Thunder? OSA Jr., Adrian Wolfs. What's up? All right. Well, William Dugan, blessings, brother. Good to see you, man. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, we had a lot of... You guys were giving me tech support over there. What's up? See what you want? Now it's perfect. What's up, Blue Collar? How's it going? Roof Dog, what's up? All right. How's everybody doing? Let's go look at... there's not that much going on, to be totally honest, except that we might be going to war. Merry Christmas, Doormat. How's it going? We might be going to war or something like that. I guess that's going to be fun. I'm trying your tequila cough syrup mix. Okay. Wait, tequila and cough syrup, or are you doing my eggnog recipe? I shared you guys the eggnog recipe, right? I'm not doing it right now. I'm still got a cold, and I don't want to make it any worse. So I backed off the eggnog. Kind of sucks, but it's good. It's good. Let's go look over here. All right, so let's go through this really quick. It's going to be weird, isn't it? Let's just go to the Venezuela. Okay, Russia evacuates diplomats' families from Venezuela amid U.S. tanker seizures. All right, so Russia has began evacuating families of its diplomats from Venezuela on Friday, according to a European intelligence official, amid seizures of oil tankers evading sanctions like Panama flag sentries on Saturday. Russian officials see the situation in grim terms, though the foreign ministry denies pulling staff and calls reports Western provocations. The moves highlight escalating U.S. pressure on Maduro's regime, including strikes on drug boats and demands for seized assets, while locals faced halved oil output and rising food prices. Sounds like the U.S. Tensions rise with Russia pledging support to Venezuela, but no signs of broader conflict yet. Okay, cool. So America is going to seize Venezuela. They want that oil. And, it's the name of the game. Like, energy is always the name of the game, right? Everybody needs access to cheap energy. And, by hook or by crook, they're going to get it, right? You want me to put on Instagram my eggnog recipe? It's going to be famous, man. It's so good. There's no one who... I like smoothies and eggnogs from my years of bartending. Yeah, I got it. And it's the healthiest. Mine are also the healthiest. They're like the best. It's the best combination. So I still have a bit of a cold. I'm not as bad as I was a couple days ago, but kind of sniffly and like sinus pressure and shit. So sorry. So listen. So war is going to be bad when it starts, but then it ends up being really good and this could be what maybe kicks 2026 off. Maybe they start this thing, a little bit of a sell off, and then we absolutely giga pump, so shocking everybody, right? Because it does a couple of things when you have when you're invading a country and you're about to take their shit. It kind of distracts the population if you like pump the markets and stuff, right? Otherwise, people will riot, and there'll be people wanting to look at human rights violations and all that, and we don't want that, right? We don't want people bugging out about that, right? So this should be really interesting, very interesting. And then also, Somi said he's quitting. But Remley? Hitman conviction. What? Golden stock. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe that's why the metals have been pumping, right? In anticipation of some kind of declaration of war. That could make a lot of sense. Jesus.
To 400 picoliters is delivered with remarkable accuracy. Less than 2% variation.
Wow, that's really cool shit. Okay. Go to your friend Somi. No, he's not quitting. But no, he put up a video. I hope I find it. What's this? Anything is possible, man. That's why he's just put a video that he was tired. I don't see it anymore. I don't know where it went. Okay. Robert Brooker, what's up, brother? Thank you for the retweet. Everybody. The Banana Zone. Jesus. What's up, brother? How's it going? War's reason to print. Invite him, bro. Good evening. What's up, Trumbo? Invite who? Manipulation continues. Bitcoin's dropped $2,500. Guys, this is just the chop range, okay? We're chopping, all right? Oh, God. My For You page is kind of weird. It's gotten weird lately. I don't know what's going on. It shows me some of the weirdest stuff. I commented like on a few relationships or some random stuff, just literally randomly, and now the algorithm thinks, I don't know what it thinks I am. Oh no, this is gonna go badly.
Bitch, I told you that I'm educated. Yeah, that's that monster, that's that problem, baby. When you get
is his finger on the trigger? His finger's on the trigger. Yeah, didn't see that coming. Are there children? Jesus, what a nut. God. The heck is this? That's fucking great. This is in London. Whatever. Okay. That's really funny. Urgent Fury, we invaded Panama December 1st, 1989. A combat jump. War was over by January 5th. Yeah, it's not going to last very long with Venezuela. It's gonna be over fast. Markets are gonna rip, dude.
Because now we'll have cheap oil. Raw milk order. Why is this news? Why is this in my feed? That's nice. I would love to try raw milk. I haven't found it out here. Be curious to try it. You know, it's crazy. In the U.S., I couldn't drink milk. I was lactose intolerant. Since I've been in Europe now, going on my 3rd year, I can drink milk again. Now, not a lot, but my body's definitely changing. Like, I can eat bread. I can drink beer. I can drink milk. Butter. I've been putting butter in my coffee every morning. I could never do that before. The second I put butter in my coffee, I'd be wrecked for the whole day. So food is definitely different out here. My body has changed. It took a couple of years, but it did change. Okay. I had some stuff saved, but to be honest, I didn't pull up them. Oh, the fights. I wanted to cover the fights too. I just don't think I have the energy to go on a long thing. We're going to hit the charts. So somebody asked, like, would you take $92 million to get your jaw broken? And the answer is a definite yes. Like, I've been in fights where I've almost had my jaw broken anyway. So, yeah, for $92 million, sure. And, you know, he's paying taxes in both the U.S. and the U.K. That's what they're talking about. Dude. God damn. It just shows you how dangerous a professional fighter is. I'm not going to... We'll do another one. We'll get into it. I want to actually do a breakdown of this fight. But I also want to do the Tate fight as well. I watched quite a bit of it. And it was cool. You know, a lot of people... It was very decisive, right? A lot of people thought he was a loser, fucked up his life, blah, blah, blah. I think it's great, man. He stepped in the ring. He wanted to see, you know, what he's got. I don't think it was necessary. I mean, the guy was just younger and bigger. I think it's a type of midlife crisis because I feel like I went through a similar phase where, like, you don't understand what age, even though you're kind of more desirable as a man in a way. Like, I mean, it's been really strange. If I cut myself shaving, it takes a while to heal. It's something I just noticed. And whereas, let's say I was 20 years old, you cut yourself shaving, within an hour it's closed. And, like, so your recovery time, your energy levels, all that stuff's lower. And you saw that very clear with the fight with Andrew Tate. Like, you know, he's a talented guy, but, you know, the guy had mad energy, just waited him out and then fucking destroyed him, you know, on there. Being broke doesn't heal. Right, you can't, your jaw can heal, you know. Dating now is very different, man. You need money, or you need a lifestyle at least, or you will not be able to compete, you know, to build a life for yourself. But yeah, I definitely want to go over the Tate fight. I'll have to do a separate video for it. They both made that Pulp Fiction money. Yeah, man, they made money, dude. They made money. Dude, put butter in your coffee. I put butter and cream, and I also put MCT oil in my coffee. I make my coffee really fatty. And actually, I'll even put raw egg yolk sometime in my coffee. It's like 1 raw egg yolk, butter, splash of cream, heavy cream, and MCT oil. Yeah. And I don't know. My gut's in great shape. I'm good. I also drink a lot of bone broth. But yeah, I eat a lot of fat. For as lean as I am, I take in a lot of fat. But butter makes your coffee so good. Like, it really does. And tasty. Yeah, butter and black coffee, exactly. You don't even need cream. Like, just once you put the butter in, you taste the black coffee. You'll never go back. And let's hear what coffee's saying. Speaking of coffee.
At this point, if you sell low and give up, you're going to miss out on life-changing opportunity, because just look at the news every day. Ethereum, again, more positive news. The institutional sentiment could not be farther from the sentiment of regular people like you and me. The entire SWIFT system that processes $150 trillion is now launching on an Ethereum layer 2. The US government is also discussing tax-free, capital gains-free purchases. So anybody that buys $200 or less worth of stuff using stablecoins like USDC, there's no tax on that. This is good for crypto. This is going to encourage a lot of adoption, but this doesn't happen overnight. Ethereum prices are the same as they were 4 years ago. It's outrageous, but as long as the Fed continues to debase the dollar, and they've already admitted they've stopped quantitative tightening, they're doing quantitative easing. They just call it something different each time. So don't take your eye off the ball. The people in various altcoin ecosystems like Pulse Chain, for example, are gearing up. They're still marketing harder than ever. New projects like ProveX.com, they could launch in just a couple of months. And if this is paired with Ethereum going to $10,000, if this is paired with massive Fed money printing, this new project could be the Trojan horse that not only disrupts exchanges, I'm talking about ProveX.com, but it could also lead other communities, other chains, and new people into Pulse Chain, Hex, and PulseX, my top altcoin picks. And I haven't moved on these picks for over 4 years now. I see the potential. Whether or not you do, that's for you to decide. No one's forcing you to be in crypto, but you guys know my picks. So for all the survivors out there, I hope you can stick with me to see all these things play out in 2026 and beyond.
Is molasses the same as maple syrup? I do put maple syrup on my coffee. I don't know what's molasses. That's the same thing. I don't know if we get that out here. Maybe we do. I never seen it before. Let's see. Number of multiple hit an all-time high. Multiple job holders. Okay, that's not a good sign. Gold whispers danger. Something ominous is brewing. Yeah, so this was post-GFC. GFC, the financial crisis, lead up to the global financial Armageddon. Wow. Yeah, so shit's about to hit the fan, probably. And maybe it is a war. Maybe it's a combination of things. But that's pretty obvious, right? And I've talked about that too. You guys have heard me talk about, I could see us ripping, but maybe we need some fear and possibly a flash crash. What's up, Luna? C-Point, thank you so much for that. Reshare, you are a darling. And so it's just, I just find it hard to believe we just rip without some downside. Because they got to destroy a lot of longs too, right? Like it's a lot of times we forget that there's a business here too, and that the market makers got to do their thing, make it harder, as hard as possible to make money, right? What? This is too weird. I can't watch this guy. Pre and post day costs, makeup and overrides. What? Oof. Got a heartburn just looking at that thing. This vending machine was selling Bitcoin
$7
in 2012.
So $7 in, I want D2.
What? In 2012? Wait, what? How many Bitcoins you get? One?
Go. It's a Cassius coin taped to a business.
Roger Ver must have been up there. Cassius, as he said, nowadays sell for insane prices. If you have a loaded Cassius coin, they are going to sell for way more than what's loaded on it. More than double, more than triple, more than quad.
That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Judges have been put there by the population who voted for different people, man. She ran a half marathon. Yeah. Sentiment's pretty awful out there. Current economic conditions are now the worst they've ever been in history. According to Americans. That's crazy, right? Funny, the game is game for once playing, and when you get to gigantic money to play with the game, what normies call terror, uncertainty. What? Strong DCA games be autistic as fuck about your buying. What's up, Ram? 888 Spirit. How you doing? How's it going? What's up, Gravitas? How you doing? All right. So, oh, the fuck. Let's just look at some charts, man. Okay. All right. Well, it's crazy. I sketched this out. When did I sketch it out? Back in November, I suppose. And I was like, we're going to come down here. And I had expected around this time, we'd start the upthrust, right? You can see my drawing, my sketch. With the target up here, remember I've been saying between 130 and 155-ish, depending on when we touch up here, which is the bottom of this blue channel we broke out of. Now, so far we've been tracking pretty damn well. Like, I kind of just hunched that we'd come down, hit some of these, and range in here, and then pop up around Christmas. We could be lining up for this. Now, we've already gone past it. Maybe we need to do this war bit, but I think we're close. Let me just extend this line because this is an important line. We are above this line now. Okay. Are we above it? Kind of above it. We're above it, man. We're kind of back above an important range. Now, this is still kind of technically a bearish flag, not the prettiest looking thing. But I suspect that maybe we're going to rip soon. Do we get a poo-poo before we go? Yeah, it's possible. We could take a little dumpy before we go. Shake out all the longs, get everybody ready. Yeah, on multiple drawings, I can see that I kind of sketched around this area we would start to move up, which was around the end of the year. Maybe it's going to be the beginning of next year. Or I'm just completely off, and no one knows what the fuck's going to happen, and we're going to crash. But I don't think so. I still believe that there is going to be a surprise move to is another one where I was sketching. Sure, yeah, we could have a dumpy poo to some crazy low target, but I still think that at some point here, we're about to rip to the upside. So I've got 3 charts I have that I've been kind of on the same thing for a long time. We're about to have a surprise move up. Let me see if I have clear chart I can just draw on really quick. Yeah. And I'm still going with this, man. Let's clean this up. I'm going to sketch on this one. All right. This pink line was the bottom of that blue channel. We've been going up for a long time. Now we're at 88.5. All right. I do think, once again, 69, the bottom of this maybe is what gets tested, which would be the top of the bull run back in 2022. I've talked about that before for a number of reasons. One, I think it would scare the living shit out of people. Second, it would clear this range right here, which could be really nice. And give a nice move up here to, let's see if it was like end of January. 120, could be 130. Or is it there? I feel like it's there, but whatever. Let's leave it up there for now. Okay. So a lot of people are anticipating a big crash in 2026. Okay. I want to clear this up too with the Benner cycle really quick as well. Okay, look. Guys. The Benner cycle was made 100 years ago. Okay? 1924 it started. It's over 100 years old. Okay, it is bound to be off a little bit. It doesn't mean we're not going to rip into 2026, but understand that 2019 was not the top years. Okay, these are years in which panics have occurred and will happen again. Okay, the panics. Okay. Now, it can be an interesting way, like how you want to look at this, right? But B is years of good times, high prices, and time to sell stocks and values of all kinds, okay? 2026 is definitely not a year of good times. 2025 is definitely not a year of good times. So high prices are here. So it's very interesting, okay? But one thing you got to think about is, if you think of like, I guess 2007 was kind of accurate, right? If we go back to, let's go to SPX. Because the bottom was like 2010, right? Yeah. So look, Euphoria was up here in 2007. You'd want to be selling, and then buying was 2009. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, this is the bottom. Took 2 years. Okay, so this says years of good times, high prices. So this was very accurate. 2007 was absolutely the time of good times and high prices, and when you wanted to be dumping. Okay, you can see that right here. 2007 was that time. So maybe it is still lining up pretty good. All right, let's look. 1999. That's when a panic occurred, it's saying. Well, let's just go ahead to 2007. Hard times, low prices, and a good time to buy stocks, 2012. Let's go look at that. Was that a good time to buy? 2012 was here. Well, no, it was actually 2009 was the time to buy, right? So let's look for some confluence there. Can we learn anything from there? It was on the way down. Okay, so it would have been almost like halfway. So let's see here. It's saying 2023 was a good time to buy stocks, hard times. Let's see, was 2023 that? 2023. Yeah, well, it was a pretty good area to buy stuff, but it was more like 2022. So we have 2 points of confluence that maybe the thing at the bottom, you can move it up or back a year or two, and you would have done better. Does that sound about right? 7. Because the best time to buy was 2009 here. The best time to buy was not 2023. It was actually 2022. Okay. And so let's see if it was saying 2016. Let's go check that year. That's a year of good times, high prices. Let's go to the XPX. 2016. Yeah. Well, it was 2015. 2016, it had already crashed. Okay. So around 2015 was the time. So before it. And I would say that if you're early, that's good. Because if you go back 2007, let's say you were near year early and you sold in 2006, you were still good, man. You kind of got a distribution in 2007, so you wanted to be exiting, but you could have exited in 2006. I think you would have been all right too. And these are rough, right? I mean, obviously, if you look at smaller stocks, micro stocks, things could have been ripping really hard. So you don't want to be early on everything. Yeah, it has 369. So, well, every other one of them has 369. All right, but look, now that we've ascertained it's close, let's look at this last one, 2019, and then we'll look at 2026. So 2019, this is when panics occurred. Let's look at 1999 and 2019. All right, 2019. Is that when a panic occurred? Yeah, it did. But it wasn't the panic, right? It wasn't the panic. We did have a panic for sure. Well, it was 2018 into 2019, and then 2020, we had a panic. So it was in this general range. We had some panic. Actually, almost 2020. So this was a year early, I would say. Okay, now let's look at 1999 really quick. This is going to be a big tell right here. Something. Okay. So was 1999 the panic year? No. The big panic was, well, did it call the bottom though? Where is that? So 2005 would have been the time to buy, and halfway between that would have been like 2002-ish, right? Yeah, so look, halfway between, which we ascertained, if you're a little early on that bottom line, that's a good time. So good time to buy was 2020 or 2002, 2003. Okay, remember so you didn't want to buy here, you kind of wanted to buy up here in the middle. Remember we noticed the same thing over here, where you didn't want to buy in 2012, you wanted to buy in like 2009, 2010. Okay, so you didn't want to buy in 2023, you wanted to buy in like 2022. So, in 1999, 16, 1999, okay. And really, if you had sold in 1999, it would have been good. That would have been the time to sell. Anywhere in 1999 to into 2000, man. You were just raking in the cash. So maybe it's slightly early. And I would say was this one slightly early, but this is saying that's when the panics were. Years in which panics have occurred. So panic was in like 2000. This panic was in like 2020. So this panic might be 2026. And a good time, high prices, time to sell stocks. 2016, 2007. Let's go back and look at those again. Did you want to sell in 2007? You wanted to sell in 2007? Did you want to sell in 2016? No, you didn't want to sell. You wanted to sell in 2015. But so far it's lining up. I mean, I still think we go up, man. Yeah, maybe it's going to line up perfect, guys. In the sense that maybe it is 2026 is the time to sell, and it's going to be high prices. Maybe they're going to flip sentiment, or at least for us, right? And gold is going into a 20-year bear market. Yeah, I mean, once gold is finished, it's going to come. So once the scare is established, like let's say we start the war, then maybe gold starts to pull back, and then these risk assets go batshit crazy, right? Look at the date in the bottom right corner of the banner cycle. 2059. 1875. Oh, it's way older. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, it's super old. So I think it's giving us a rough guide. But that it's also suggesting that possibly years of hard times. And if we think about, dude, you know what's crazy? What if 2026 is the blow off top? And we rip really hard, because this says it capitulates down, and it's been right about these. Remember we looked at 2016 to 2023, and wait, did we look at that? We said that between 2007 and 2012, the best time was like 2009. Did we look at 2016 to, what did it say, to 2023? I should have just labeled this video the banner cycle video. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so 2016 was the top. Was that the top? No, it wasn't. No, the bottom. 2016. It was saying, no, it was way off there, man. What the fuck's up with that? Did I miss something here? That was a good time to sell. And then years of hard times. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, 2022 was a hard time, but I guess, this is saying it's like halfway up, like a halfway point. I get you. So, okay, so it would have been like a halfway point. All right, yeah, that would have been a halfway point. And then if you had sold, it kept ripping, huh? Did it? 2021, huh? I mean, technically, it's right. There was some panic in 2019, but the big panic was 2020, of course, and we ripped even harder. And then if you had sold this point, would have been like 2021, 22. That would have been great. That would have been the halfway point down to 2023. The bottom was around 2022, right? So now we're moving up to 2026 when it's expecting guys, I think this is going to be our year, man. I think this is going to be the year for risk assets and altcoins, especially with everybody like saying get out of altcoins, focus on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all that. I think realistically this could be it, man. Yeah. And then it's going to come down. And if you think about that halfway point between these, just like we've looked at some of these before, then maybe the time to buy again will be like 2028. 2028, 2029 might be the time to like buy again. Yeah, maybe this is going to be the thing that really shocks and surprises everybody. All right. Let's go look at ETH. Because they've literally they've squeezed everybody out of altcoins. Like, you get that, right? And we'll go look at Pulse Chain really quick. You know, and this has been manipulated for so long. It's been crazy, right? We've been tracking this, but it's bullish. I mean, and you know, like it's gonna break to the upside, at least from what I see. All right. And it could be something like the first week of January, just like we did in 2022, right? If you go back to 2022, right, like you look here, 2022, 23, and actually the bull market started on January 1st. If you look coming out here, this green candle is like January 2nd. And yeah, we made a higher low on January 2nd, okay, 2023. So maybe they bleed us, they continue this kind of depreciate, like this trend of like alts suck, risk assets suck, fucking get out of them. And then January 2nd, bam, we go nuts. Okay, we did it before. We just did it in the beginning of this bull run on January 1st, 2nd, 3rd. That's when it started ripping. You know, God Candle showed up on, I think, the 9th of January. Yeah, first week. After the first week of January is when the fucking giant God Candle happened on Bitcoin. But it was ripping by the 2nd. But it didn't rip before that. So the new year started bad. And then literally within a day, 24 hours of New Year's Eve, we started. Maybe that's what's going to happen. All right. I'm not going to get in the weeds and pull up every chart, right? I just wanted to like let you guys know that I'm still bullish. I still don't see any reason to capitulate. All right. And you know, that's my take, man. Like, we'll go look at some pulse chain prices really quick. Let's see what this is up to right now. Okay, others still looks juicy. It's crossing. All right. I mean, obviously it's crossed it before and then come down again. Like I said, it could come down a little bit more. Fine. It doesn't change the fact that it's it's going to reverse. All right. Anytime soon. Sometime soon, right? Let's see. Yeah, interesting. Imagine they've squeezed everybody out of altcoins. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, they have. They squeezed the boomers out of silver. Yeah, this is ratio to BTC, bro. This one. So, like, look, let's go look. So, Inc. is at 70 cents. Claudia told me earlier, somebody made a big order and bought, it went all the way up to 80 cents or something. All right, got sold off. And, yeah, it's at 70 cents. It's good, man. It's making higher lows. It's moving up. Sorry about that. I think my meds are wearing off. Let's go look at Pulse. Where's Pulse at? Who's still selling Pulse? People are still dumping Pulse. Let's see. Did it hit my price target yet? No. It just hit 0.000014. My price target is 0.000013. We're so close. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get my target, man. That's a target. You guys, I drew this in January 6th of 2025, right? You guys know that, right? So you can see. Oh, this guy's in the way down here. Sorry, buddy. January 6th, 2025. Okay. I drew this. And you can see the price target, 0.000013. Right? Right there. So, I think it's going to be hit, man. We're almost there. And we're looking good. I mean, I got W. Let's look. We got serious bullish divergence on the daily. I mean, looking really juicy right there, right? So that's good. People are stepping in here, no doubt about it, okay? Whether that's just retail, a market maker, it doesn't matter. I mean, there's strength showing up in these charts. Higher lows on PulseX. You know, we got a nasty gravestone candle above us. But when crypto reverses, this can be very normal, that indicators are telling you everything's bearish at the bottom. You're getting gravestone doji candles like you have here on PulseX. But I know that I can discount those at times, right? Now, if you're day trading, it's something you might want to listen to. But in general, I know that it may not matter if a reversal is coming. Same thing on tops. You can look very bullish, and then crypto can just reverse on you and start moving down. Yeah, everybody smash the like button. Love the weeds. You surf in the same grass. Pulse X. Let's go look at Hex. $0.002. That's fine. We're in falling wedge. A lot of people are pissed on Twitter too. Like anyone who talks about Richard Hart projects, they like, you know, people be talking about like you know, some nasty stuff. So yeah, and it's breaking down here too. We're on 3 zeros. We added another 0. Nice one. Okay, meds. I mean, like just cold medicine, bro. I've actually haven't gotten that sick this year compared to like when I first moved out here, but it's fucking really dark. I came out of the gym today, and yeah, I went to the gym with a cold. I don't give a fuck. I came out of the gym at 3, and it was already, honestly, it was, sun had almost set. It was very dark. That's the only thing that kills me out here. Now, Atropa, still holding up, man. Higher lows. Okay. It's definitely showing strength. All right. It's chopping, right? Dude, how long ago did I make this random sketch where I was like, we're going to chop through here? And it's kind of tracking it. Like, the fact that I just sketched these so fast, too, I just threw that on there. We're obeying it right to a T. We have not fallen out of this box yet. Provex video comments. Oh man. Oh, I didn't see them. I'm sure they were bad, right? He was like doing another sacrifice, right? I mean, that was to be expected. Like, who didn't think he would just get attacked nonstop on that, right? Somebody asked about Solid X. Let me go look at it really quick. Yeah, so I think he cannibalized this project to pump up his other one. So it's just a way of taking the money because then he can rebuy it or sell it on the other token X game, right? But it's a falling wedge. I mean, I suppose this might reverse. I don't know if this person's going to, you know, stay in the ecosystem or how that works. But yeah, definitely not good. What's that? $10 million market cap. I mean, I would say it's probably at the bottom. You've got a ton of bullish divergence showing up on the daily. That means that it's showing me signs of a bottom. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I definitely see indicators that this is bottoming out. And this may be the bottom. Okay. You can even come here on the weekly and I can see this. This could be reversing right here. You can see this reversal. Okay. You can see how low this thing came down into the 20s, which is what we like to see. So realistically, this could be a great range to buy in. Yeah, you got a ton of healthy divergences here, man. Really healthy divergences down there, okay? You can see X game if you want really quick. Oh, that's the wrong button. Is that where all the liquidity is? There's that $1 million market cap. Oh, fuck. This is not really showing any signs of life, to be totally honest. Though we're definitely getting bullish divergences down here, okay? Probably have to turn this one on log here to see what's going on, but you can see we're skipping down here, double bottom, all right? And if I come here, you can start to see some strength coming in, okay? It's good. It's healthy signs, right? So this could also be bottoming out as well. So these are all because these are high risk assets on Pulse Chain, right? So when you see these might also be giving me some preliminary indication that we are reaching a bottom. It's very close. We're either there, it's done, or we're very close, and a reversal could be imminent. A very serious rally could be approaching very, very quickly. Okay, these are all indicators to me, right? And obviously, let's say BFF really quick. Set $1,000. Yeah, I'm seeing same thing here. Bullish divergences. People are stepping in. Where did the RSI hit on this? This is BFF, guys. It's a nice meme. It got down to around the 20s, but it's picking up. This is reversing. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, I see some turning over down there. So this is good. That's good. I'm seeing some very, very healthy indicators across the ecosystem, okay? I want to look at. Let's go look at the pulse X ratio really quick. Is it? Wait, what am I looking at here? Oh, hang on. Oh shit. Okay. Cool. Kind of doing a repeat of what it did here. I think, yeah, we'll get another run on Pulse. We'll probably take the lead again, and then this might go back to its thing. This is cool. This is a cool chart, Pulse X Pulse. What do I think of Soda Chronicles? I don't know what to think about Soda Chronicles. I don't really know him that well. Should we? I know he put out some movies lately, right? I haven't seen anything that he put out lately. Soda Chronicles. Yeah, it could be good. The thing is, like, if you don't really know what these projects are doing, right? Like, and then it's tough. Like you saw with X Game, it didn't even follow, a chart pattern because of the level of manipulation happening, right? So you couldn't. So even if you did well in Solid X, and you're like, cool, I'm gonna like ride this up. It just literally at some point rugged itself, right? So, how can you be? Yeah, I mean, how can you realistically, in any good faith, like, invest after seeing what happened with that, right? So like this should pop the upside and it'll go good. You can put a little bit, but saw this on X. Ultimate Shake Guys both posting the holidays and explaining to your family why you're not rich again. Then we pump. Yeah, that's what happened in 2022. They kept the whole sentiment was crushed. All right. In Bitcoin, right? So it was crushed, and the news was awful. Like, you were just a fucking retard if you were buying crypto around here, right? FTX collapsed, and then Salon, everything was hell on earth, and they held it to shit. I remember Thanksgiving here. I remember Christmas 2022. It was so bad. Sentiment was awful through Thanksgiving, through Christmas, through New Year's. And then January 2nd, pop, green candle, and we started popping. And by the second week of January, God candles. So that's how fast sentiment reverses, okay? And the news, I remember the news October, November, and December of January 2022. I remember it like the back of my hand. It was horrific. It was the worst news you could imagine. Like I said, if you were buying crypto, you were an absolute lunatic then. And that was the best time to buy crypto. All right. That was the best time. And they did that exact thing. They had people obviously talking shit to each other during the holidays, which is exactly what's happened now. They're keeping it crushed. So maybe we get that gigapump come first week of January, just like they did before, because that was very effective. It really was effective because there was so much disbelief. I remember now, January 2023, I had bought Bitcoin at 15.7, and Bitcoin is now at like almost $20,000, and everyone online is still in disbelief. That's what you want. That's a good sign. That's good, right? And that's exactly what would happen now. If we go into 2026 and we actually start giga ripping, you're going to have so much denial, so much like that this isn't happening kind of sentiment, right? And that could be a good thing, Should same will subscribe to internal readers like Soda Chronicles and break down the entire landscape. That would be very next level content. You guys want me to do a reaction video to Soda's stuff? I know that he posted something. Heard he called amazing calls. He's amazing calls. I have amazing calls. I don't know if he has amazing calls. Does he? I don't know much about him.
Something important that he's
Okay. Oh, that's right. He made a new video. Yeah.
You are correct, because we're using his own.
Okay. Look, come to the Telegram if you guys want me to review, or I can do like a review or a comment or a reaction video on these. If you guys really want to see it, I'll do it. Just out of curiosity, right? But I have not watched anything he's done. I don't know what's going on over there, to be totally honest.
To announce that I have approved a plan for the Navy to begin the construction of 2 brand new, very large, the largest we've ever built, battleships.
You got battleships coming. I'm definitely not getting into that. Mm-hmm. Connect to the Bluetooth. Yeah, like see the Doom posting for 2026. This guy, in 2008, people learned brutal lesson. 50 were banks collapsed. 2026, the next lesson is coming. It will come, but maybe we get this face melting rally before we totally fucking collapse. Yeah. All right. I think we're looking good generally, to be totally honest. And let's see if this plays out. This will be somewhat of a similar repeat of 2022 into 2023. Sentiment is shift. Maybe they have one more scare, and then we start popping and right at the start of January. And we get to that 130, 140, 150 range. And then we'll discuss later what could come after that myself. So everyone go to the Telegram group. It's at the top here. And of course, Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram, please go there right now. Go to Instagram. Just follow Mr. St. Wolf. I'm going to drop alpha there when we get bullish. Man, have you seen anything that could innovate the crypto space? I feel like we need some new cool dApp or tech. Probably, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to cover some more chains as well, so I'm going to get new stuff coming. Yeah, it is what it is. Curious what other thing and match up. So, Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram. Go check it out. You guys are absolutely amazing. Hope you guys are having a really amazing holiday out there. I'm going to stream again probably tomorrow or something before Christmas for sure. And if you guys are lonely, come to the Telegram group. Hell, hit me up on Instagram, whatever, man. I'm going to go have a drink. I'm going to chill. When I say drink, I mean like some more cold medicine. And I'm going to crash out. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'll wrap us up with some Christmas music here. Hit the like button, everybody. You guys are awesome. Enjoy the tree. I saw the tree. It's a nice tree. All right, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas, but I'll see you in a day or two. And once again, come to the Telegram, Mr. St. Wolf. In the meantime, you guys have a happy holiday. Don't drink too much eggnog. And be friendly with everybody. All right? Stuff's about to get good. It's about to get really good really soon. All right? So just hang on tight.